Hello my Banda crew and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a theory video about how Dr. Neil Cortex's plans in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time were foreshadowed all the way back in Crash Bandicoot 1. If this is your first time coming to the channel, I release Crash Bandicoot content every weekend. We discuss lore, theories, news, tier lists, interviews, Crash toy reviews, Crash game reviews, and pretty much anything and everything Crash Bandicoot related. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, maybe consider subscribing. With that all said, let's jump back into the topic at hand and discuss how Dr. Neil Cortex's plans from Crash 4 were foreshadowed all the way back in Crash Bandicoot 1. So, right off the bat, this video is going to contain spoilers from Crash Bandicoot 1 and Crash Bandicoot 4. So if you don't want to be spoiled, please click away from the video now. Now that the people who don't want to be spoiled are gone, let's jump back into it. So Dr. Neil Cortex, chronologically, had 3 adventures prior to Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time. And in Crash Bandicoot 1, you can actually see the plan from Crash 4 unfolding in the background. If you're unfamiliar with Cortex's plot in Crash Bandicoot 4, he actually wants to travel back in time to the events prior to Crash Bandicoot 1 and stop himself from making Crash Bandicoot at all. So I'm going to show you Dr. Cortex interacting with himself.
Masquerade as me, will you? Well, I'm you from the future, you idiot! I'm not an idiot! You're the idiot! Idiot! Get him!
So as you can see, Dr. Cortex goes back in time and he, quote-unquote, kidnaps himself to stop himself from creating Crash Bandicoot. And he wants to destroy present Crash in the past also. So he wants to stop himself from making Crash. He wants to stop his past self from making Crash. And he wants to stop present Crash that is back in time also. So he wants to wipe out the possibility of Crash ever being alive. And then he wants to stop the one who is currently alive. So how does this all connect back to the original game? Well, Crash Bandicoot 4 was foreshadowed not only in the first game, but in the very first cutscene of Crash Bandicoot 1. Let me show you.
This time I shall reign triumphant! We are closer than ever before! Quickly! Into the vortex! But Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do. Failure again. Capture him!
Uh-oh!
Prepare the female...
Now, if you didn't notice what I'm talking about, it's understandable. I have seen that cutscene more times than I could count, and I didn't notice it until it was brought up on Reddit. But now I'm going to show you the exact scene, and I'm going to do it in super slow motion so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I have the video on half speed now. So as you can see, it says reject. Crash is running away from Cortex, and Crash jumps out the window. I had to go back. It went too fast. I'm going to go frame by frame to show you. And if you look right here, you can see a second Cortex. So there's one Cortex inside the building where Crash is jumping out. And there's another Cortex right here. So there are 2 Cortexes back in the past. And you can see he's right there. And he will just disappear. He's actually traveling through time to get back to the the point in time where he goes to interact with himself in Crash Bandicoot 4. There, I have a screenshot right there. So you can see there's Crash jumping out the window, and there's the second Dr. Neo Cortex. It's pretty obvious that that Cortex scene in that cutscene was the same Cortex chasing Crash, but when they changed the camera angle, they didn't fully get that Cortex out of the shot, and it was only there for a couple frames, so it's easily missed because the shards of glass that are coming out of the window, Cortex kind of blends in with that. So yes, it's not officially canon to the story that that's the second Cortex traveling back in time, but rather than it be a plot hole and a thing that Naughty Dog just happened to miss, I like to think of it as it being the second Cortex traveling back in time to the events of Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. So you can either just take it as, oh, it's just a plot hole, or you can try to tie it into the lore of the story that we know was actually occurring and fit it in quite nicely. So my Banda crew, that is the theory, and I hope you enjoyed, and that we will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a great night. Take care.